Cambia el tema.
Dave, melodioso. Speak, 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 speak.
How's it going, everybody? I'm back like a rat. And no, that doesn't mean I was born in the year of the rat. I'm actually opposite to that. But there you go. Just like making a little bit of rhymes. All right, so how you guys been? Did you guys miss me? Maybe not. Also, I'd like to emphasize that I do post, well, lately in the past month or two, I've been posting visions. I'm not sure about dreams, but I have been posting visions in my community post. I'm going to show you a screenshot. You know how I'm scrolling through my posts, so I'm a little bit more active there. You'll see me probably a few times a week there, or probably almost every other day. But I would appreciate if you also follow me on my posts. You don't have to really be keen to it. You know, you don't sometimes my posts will alert you on your YouTube notifications. I don't even know how you turn those on, but or you can just go to my community post section on my channel, and from there start liking some of these posts so you can get a notification, like, I don't know, in the next 6 hours or 8 hours or 12 hours, or even within the next 2 to 1 hour after I post it. Or you can just stalk my YouTube channel. That's fine. By the way, sorry I have not posted any video lately. I have been very busy, work, life in general. So, but I do need your prayers. So I will pray for you guys as well after the video. And I would really appreciate, guys, for your prayers on my, my everyday life, on my health, my spiritual life. It'll be nice if you guys would pray for me. You know what I mean? So, I will pray for all my subs as well. For those who like me and for those who don't like me, you know what I mean? They just want to stalk me. But other than that, I appreciate the love, the support. I also want to show my subscribers, like 80% of you guys, of all my subscribers, are very keen, are very close to what I post, or better said, my video uploads. So I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the attention. I just get this vibe from you guys that you really appreciate me. So thank you. God bless you for that. May God give that attention that you really need, whether it's from the Word of God, whether it's your music, or anything that pushes God's kingdom. I give it to you back 5 times or 7 times fold, guys, in Jesus' name. And I appreciate you guys, being up and close with me. I've been seeing the algorithm. I'm going to show you the screenshot that like 80, sometimes 70, at least 60, but more than 60. Like in the past few videos, I've been getting like between 70 to 80% or 80 something percent of all my watchers have been subscribers. So I really appreciate that. Most of my viewers are subscribers. So I like this little knit community. I really appreciate it. And just so you know, just because I have a little over 1,000 subscribers doesn't mean there's other people watching me, like bigger people watching me, because when I go through YouTube, I can see other people with tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, maybe even over 1 million that see my videos. And I'm flattered. That's all I can say. I'm really flattered for you know who you are. I mean, I have people that watch me. I'm pretty good with my intuition. I got people from the crypto community, and also the wealth transfer community. I will guess the wealth transfer community, the Christian community, will be the first ones who scoped me out first. And then it was the crypto community, and then it just dragged along from it can go from the relationships community, also from the trading community, people that do just strictly trading or talk about stocks. I know some of you guys are watching me. I don't know, maybe some people might call me crazy, but I don't know. Sometimes I have that sixth sense that I can feel like somebody is watching my videos or something, That's just me. And no, I'm not shuffling cards or anything like that. I know in my spirit, when when you try to roll in the spirit, I won't say I'm perfect. I won't say I'm a prophet, but all I say is that I can feel it in my spirit. You know what I mean? That certain people watch me. To be honest, whether it be with a good eye or a bad eye, God bless you. That's all I could tell you for right now. Like I said, I might not be perfect. I might not be to the T following God's scriptures, because I do get my feathers scuffed sometimes. So sometimes I retaliate. Other than that, much love to all my lovers and all my haters, if I have any. If I have a few, I know I have a few, but all I can say is that I wish you well. All right, let's start with the dreams and visions. And this vision, I had it in January 16th, 2026 at 4:10 a.m. And I remember seeing mountains, a lot of greenery, but I remember seeing mountains, and I was in Mexico in this vision. And I heard God say, Mexico has oil, but most of it is undiscovered due to their disobedience. Take that to the Lord, take it how it sounds, and that's all I'm going to say. Now, the next dream happened the very next day, which it was January 17th, 2026. And coincidentally, it was kind of the same topic. I was in Mexico, and I think I was in a border city. More likely, I was in a border city in the side of Mexico. Now, I've been in the border cities in Mexico plenty of times, but this time it was different. I remember I was like in the beginning of a highway bridge. Like I was about to cross the bridge. I was walking actually. And there's sidewalks on both sides of the street, inbound and outbound. And I was trying to cross the street so I can go cross over the bridge, right? And I think under the bridge, you had another highway going under. But as I was crossing this intersection so I can go to the other side of the sidewalk and begin crossing that bridge, I saw like a truck pulling up. And in this truck, there was two Mexican ladies. They were probably maybe in their 30s, but it looked more like in their 40s. And they got off the truck. I'm not sure if there was another person driving the truck. It looked like there was another guy driving the truck. But I did saw two Mexican women approaching me, and they were smiling at me, and they, it was like they wanted to entice me to get in the truck with them, to have a good time, and you know what I mean? When a woman gives you like a sex face, like she wants something, like she wants to get intimate with you. Now, they were giving me that face, but I knew this was all a trick. You know why? Because behind that other truck, there was another truck, and I saw like at least two men getting off that truck, but discreetly they were walking kind of like they were keeping the pace behind a woman, but I knew it was ill intention. I knew it was bad intentions, because what they were going to plan to do is that if I went with these women, the other guys behind them that were kind of watching out for the women, they were going to take me in. And I knew all of them belonged to the cartels, to the Mexican cartels. So I didn't went with them because I knew it was a trick, because if I went with these girls, the other dudes, they were bigger dudes, light-skinned dudes, bald. They kind of look gangster looking, Mexican people to be more exact. But those other two guys, they were kind of like taller and bigger. They were wider. They looked like boulders, you know what I mean? So I knew that if I went with these women, they were going to kidnap me. Now, I didn't know the intent. I knew the kidnapping is ill intention. So what I end up doing is that I went around them. I actually kind of jogged or ran away from them. I actually started picking up my pace and took off and just ran away from them. And I successfully was able to run away from them. Now, I kept on seeing these two guys from the pickup truck behind them, from the pickup truck where the women would get off from. I think it was like a dark blue or a black one. I'm not sure what color it was. Maybe it was gray. But theirs, it was definitely like a silver gray-ish, where you got the other two or three guys watching out the women. Then later, I was with my friend. This is an old friend I met like during middle school. And I was traveling throughout different cities in the U.S., more specifically like Boston, Philadelphia, specifically New York. We were just traveling, and I kept on seeing these guys, and these women were approaching like different young men. You know what I mean? They were enticing them to get in the truck with them, that they were going to have a good time or whatnot. Especially when they see a guy alone, so because they will kind of imply, hey, you got two women and then it's only one of you. You know what I mean? But then you have another pickup truck not too far from them following them. And then right there you have a few, at least 2 to 3 guys with ill intent. So I saw my friend that was traveling with me. He was going to be the next target. The women were approaching him, and then I told my friend, hey, walk over here. Don't pay attention to them. What they're doing, they are kidnapping. Don't get close to them. My friend listened to me, and they were all over the East Coast of the United States. What God is telling me is not only the East Coast, but any major city in the US. So my friend, that's the good thing. He listened to me, and I told him, hey, I've seen these people before. Don't get close to them. Don't believe them. These 2 women, they're going to kidnap you. There's other guys behind their truck, and they're going to scoop you up, and we might not hear from you anymore. I will not hear from you anymore. So he listened to me, and I remember I was walking. I think this was either Philadelphia or DC. I think this was DC area. This time I was walking alone, and I saw them again. And this time I had to run away. I really, and then I was in this neighborhood, and it was weird because in the middle of this neighborhood, there was like a public restroom, which it was kind of odd. You know, when you go into another city, at least here in Texas, there's rest stops. I know I've seen them in Oklahoma and different parts of the nation where you're taking long hauls, when you're driving long distances, and you see these rest stops with these restrooms in the middle of nowhere. So, I saw this in the middle of the neighborhood, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to hide here because I knew they were looking for me. So I went to the restroom, and I was just there for a moment. And then as I was walking out, I saw like 6 of them. It was 6 of them. Yeah, that's what the Spirit is telling me. It was 6 of them walking in the restroom. Mind you, there's a hallway that leads you into the men's restroom. And all of them were kind of like big, like chunky guys, like big. They were wide, overweight or obese. You know what I mean? They were really wide. So they barely can fit on that hallway. So most of them made me way to get out except the last one. So the last one, all of them had light skin. They were all light skin, big, tall people, except the last one. The last one was like caramel skin. And then he got me by the arm. I knew he was going to take me in, but I knew the other guys didn't took me. But when I saw their faces, they had the faces of Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. And some of them had faces of a dog. So I knew this was a demonic attack. I knew this come from the devil because some of them had faces of a dog. It resembled to a dog. Now they still look human, but it resembled closely to a dog, and they had light skin. And if I can tell you what dog did they look like, their face, it looked like a bull terrier. So their faces resembled to a bull terrier's dog face. You know what I mean? That's how it looked like. And you know, the breed bull terriers are usually white dogs. So that clicked in. Well, the last guy, you know, like I was saying, he was like caramel skin color, also overweight guy, big guy, tall guy, at least like 6'2" or something like that. And he got me by the arm, and he was going to take me to their trucks. And we were walking out, and I was like, well, I don't know what to do here, so I'm going to try to escape. I was complying, you know what I mean? Because he was telling me something while we were walking out of the restroom, but I was complying with him so they won't draw any guns against me. When the other guys were walking out of the restroom, because me and the other guy, the guy that got me, the sixth guy that got me last by the arm, we were just walking, but he had me kind of like a cop, you know, like by the arm, and he was going to take me to his truck. And then the other 5 guys were like, hey, should we shoot him? I knew they wanted to harm me. And the other guy, the guy that had me on the arm, he said, no, he's complying. Don't do anything like that. He's complying. And then I saw the Holy Spirit. It was like a cross. It was floating. It was moving around. You know those cirrus clouds that you see sometimes in the sky, you know, in the blue skies, but it was formed like a cross, and it was kind of smaller. It was gravitating towards me. And you know what he said? He said, call up to me and I will provide an exit. That's all I said. I said, in Jesus' name. And all of them disappeared. All 6 of them disappeared. So when I woke up from that dream, this is what the Spirit was telling me. I heard those 2 words, recruiting and recruitment. So what the Lord is telling me is that the Mexican cartels, or at least its tentacles, are here in the U.S. But what they're doing is that they're kidnapping able men. younger men. They're targeting younger men, people that are strong, able, young, because their weakness was speed. They couldn't catch up to me. So the thing is that they're recruiting younger men so they can finish the job, or they can do the job, the cartel's job, more effectively. So this is what the Spirit is telling me. They're targeting young men because they're able to run. They're able to do the job faster, more effectively. They're younger. They're probably quick-witted. And, well, they can do the job more effectively, more efficiently. That's what I heard. One of the main reasons why they were kidnapping young men in their 20s, specifically in their upper teens, 20s, and even 30s, it's because they want to recruit, they want to strengthen their army throughout the United States. So that's the dream I have for you guys. Thank you for listening. Let's go to the next one. Now, another reason why you want to follow my community posts closely is because I've been posting visions lately. For example, the one you see on your screen, I said that I posted that silver went to 120, then it went to 140. And some of you guys might ask, why don't you make a video out of this? Why don't you wait? Well, it's because sometimes I feel there's an urgency. Like the price will move to that point real fast. And it did. It actually went to 120 and it crashed. And it has not recovered from that crash after it hit 120 or 121. But this is the reason why I like to post some of my visions lately, because I feel like there's a sense of urgency. Because if I would have waited and saved it until I uploaded my next video, then I think it'll be too late. I think it'll be expired, the vision, kind of. At least 50%. Now, also, I'm not sure if you guys already noticed this, but I feel like the elite is watching me. Some people might think I'm pretty paranoid, but after I've mentioned in my post the vision I had about silver going to 1K, 2K, 3K, that's when silver crashed. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was like a day. I don't even think it was 2 days later. It was like a day later, and then it all crashed. It went down to, I don't know, did it went to like 60 something or something like that? It went really low, you know what I mean? So that's the main reason why I like to post these. And I'm still bullish, but we're going to talk about the silver crash coming. And I'm going to fire up a chart right now. Okay, right now I'm at the KAG chart versus USDT, as you can see right here on the upper left corner. So let me make this quick. One of my subscribers contacted me, and she let me know that silver was going to crash sometime probably around April. But she did see definitely a silver crash. Now, when it comes to silver crashing, it meant more for paper silver, to my understanding, trading silver. This could be included too, crypto silver, crypto pegged to silver. But yeah, we just need to be careful. Now, I did say that I am bullish, but when I say I'm bullish, I'm long-term bullish. Now, for short-term, I don't know if you guys noticed this KAG right here at this price is coming from Bitmart, by the way. On the 11th, there was a flash crash all the way to $1, like 99 cents, something like $1. And then yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was on the 14th, Valentine's Day. In the afternoon, it went down all the way down to, let's see, yeah, like around $3.20. And then up like the next hour or two, it was up to like 506. Let's see, a little lower than that, to be honest, $4.52. So this is creating an upward trend line. Of course, it can hit down to $10 again real soon, or even 20. Put your low buy limit orders if I were you. That's what I'm gonna do pretty soon. This thing could penetrate down. So what this is telling me right now, these little flash crashes, is especially specifically for KAG, it lets me know a foreshadowing event. Because same thing with here. I mean, if you look at this thing flash crashed up. I mean, it didn't crash. It flash spiked up all the way to like $94, and it eventually met that price. You know what I mean? So same thing here. It flash crashed down to what was this? Like $59 back in January 2nd. and it eventually met that price again with these two flash crashes that happened in the past week. So what I'm trying to say is that this is telling right here. So when KAG is acting like this, at least for the short-term period, it lets you know what's about to happen next. So this thing might, in short term, I'm talking about short term, this thing will continue to go down. I could be wrong, okay? Just letting you know, I could be wrong. Short term, I am bearish. I know I posted post about me being bullish and stuff like that, but take it as a grain of salt until I release a video. How about that? Anything I post, any prediction I post, take it as a grain of salt. Pray to God, pray to the Lord for discernment. Not only that, but don't take it too serious until I release a video. How about that? Even if I release a video, it's not even that concrete, because in the end of the day, these are still speculations, and I'm not no financial advisor. This is not financial advice. So what triggers KAG? That's the question. So we got to go back to gold. So gold is the main daddy, the big daddy that controls all the metals. And probably even the market at this moment, because it wasn't even like that. So this thing looks like it wants to go down. It looks like as you can see, this middle downtrend line, as you can see my dotted cross, it's not penetrating up at all. It's like it's scared. So I think this is ready to just take another leg down. This is very telling, because we've been having lower highs recently, but if it doesn't penetrate through this mean it'll continue to go down at least above, I don't know, what is this? Let's see, 4,400, at least above 4,400. Probably play around this, probably flirting around with this upward trend line, this second line you see here with my dotted cross, and ultimately this other trend line right here, this other green one. So both of these are telling. This is a 4-hour chart, by the way. And just letting you know, the one of these start all the way back to September 18th, 2025. And then the next one starts somewhere around November 18th, both on the 18th, 2025. Okay. So that's all I can say for gold and silver. Gold short term is still looking bearish. Long term, I'm still bullish, but do you think this thing will crash lower? It could. It very likely could. In the end of the day, the elite is trying to shake off hands. It's trying to scare people, to be honest. If you own any physical metal, gold, silver, copper, do not sell. In my opinion, do not sell. Don't buy in this panic. This is just paper money. This is just how can I say this? Paper language. These numbers mean anything versus your real physical silver, in other words, okay? So physical is always worth more. These numbers is just trying to scare. It's like a horror movie. They're just trying to scare you, and just step up and leave from the movie without you seeing the ending, okay? So we go look at the silver chart, the same thing. It's mimicking, obviously, gold, but it looks bearish, to be honest. Long term, I'm still bullish. But I know in that post I did say that I was pretty bullish for the. I did say that. I did say that silver was going to be bullish for the next 2 weeks or so. But this is telling me otherwise. This is very weak. It looks like it's struggling to pass this downtrend line, this red line right here that you see, this last downtrend line, and I think this thing is ready to take another leg down, at least to this green upward trend line. So let's go to the next one. Here we go. Let's go to oil. Oil is looking pretty potent ever since the beginning of this year. It's still keeping up, man, to be honest. Still keeping up, guys. And you see right here, this is a supply area. If it reaches, this is a really core area right here. If it reaches this area, this is like a do or die area. Like if it might continue to go up, but since there's a lot of resistance here, it could continue to just tap this and then go back down. This is the demand zone right here, where you see these blue boxes. So when it reaches around, especially around this area, about $59 per barrel, you can expect this to go back up. You know what I mean? To bounce back up. I'd say like 60%. The other 40 will continue to go down. But I'm pretty bullish for oil. The reason, by the way, this is the war line. I don't know if you guys remember from past videos that I've said that this is the war line, that if we penetrate through this war line, this means something triggered, concerning the war, more than likely. So yeah, if we have any type of crazy strikes landing on Iran or anything like that, this thing is going to shoot up more than likely. I know I talked about Maduro and I was pretty bearish for oil, which I still am kind of, but the thing is that he was captured way before I thought. You know what I mean? So they probably overheard me. They probably overheard me and they captured Maduro like the next 2 weeks. That's what ended up happening. So ZNOG is still holding up, and as you can see, it's creating a bull flag. To be honest, it's still holding up right here, guys. This could easily go down, fill up maybe this gap or this gap. Other than that, you got some supply zones over here at 20 cents. What is this other 17 cents? It's up to you if you want to sell or buy or sell because you think it's going to get cheaper. But this is so far, this is a bearish flag. Let this uptrend line be tested if it's going to stay above it or it's going to go below it. So there you go. This is Chevron after the Maduro capture, like on the 3rd. Was it January 3rd, I think? Yeah, this thing just shot up after January 3rd, even before that. The people in the government, they were already investing. Insider trading, they're already investing right here because this is the 2nd. And this thing was actually pumping since December 22nd. I've also overheard, I was hearing that they were trying to plan to capture Maduro during Christmas. So this could be the insider trading that these guys were already investing because they already know the news before anybody else, before it hits the news. But anyway, this thing is still holding up. Chevron is still holding up. Maybe I should put something else like, let's see. Let's check out ExxonMobil, ZOM, XOM ticker symbol. Yeah, this thing is still holding up. God, wow. This thing is up in the sky from like, I don't know, 119. This is the supply zone. You got another supply zone. I mean, demand area over here at 139, 138. But then this thing is still holding up. Lately, it's been crashing. So this is telling right here. In the past, I don't know, let's say since February 11th, it's been crashing down. So take note of that. Let's go to the next one. This is the Treasury Bond, 20-year plus Treasury Bond ETF. You have to look at the inverse relationship because if you look at ExxonMobil, sometime around February 11th, it started crashing down. But when you see the Treasury Bonds, since February 11th, this thing is pumping up. Okay, this is an ETF. The ticker symbol is TLT. Every time something goes down, the market rotates. All that money goes somewhere else. So this thing has been pumping ever since February 5th. So we have to look at the devil's tail, like the snake's tail. Where did this all started? So we got to connect the puzzle. In the end of the day, this is all a ripple effect. This is a domino effect. So we have to investigate. This is how I see the market. I go back and I see, okay, the 5th, that's where it all started pumping up aggressively and it's still going up. But I have to see what happened in February 5th. So here we go. Let's go to the dollar index. And right here, if we go to the December 5th, it's been selling off ever since February 5th. It's been crashing down. You see what I mean? So this thing, this upward trend line, it looks like it's going to be crossed. Then we have another downtrend line right here. This is a do or die situation. This is where these guys decide if they're going to gun it or not. So if I were you, I'd wait just a little bit for one of these trend lines to be crossed. Like I say, this is a 4-hour chart. Let's go to the VIX. So the VIX right now, it's 3:38 p.m. Central Time as I'm doing this video. Well, it's going kind of stagnant. It's going up and down, but I did create a long downtrend line. So if it penetrates through this aggressively, game over for the stock market. So let's go look at the stock market. Short term, I think this thing is going to continue to go down, to be honest. It's playing around with these upward trend lines. It wants to go down, but you have some... Okay, so this is the NAS 100, and you have, what is this, a demand zone right here at the 2400 level, 24,100. And then you have more 23,800 level, and then you have another one at 23,600 level. But other than that, I think this is going to take another leg down. Is the crash already happening? Well, okay, so this is the thing. The elites, they like to play mind games. That's the thing. That's the thing, guys. They like to play a lot of mind games. So if I were you guys, I'd hold back. Yes, you could put some short orders, but by the time they listen to me, they're probably going to jack it up. They're going to pump it up so they can liquidate you. But just wait for these trend lines to be met. Put an alarm, get a subscription. The Valentine's Day sale just passed for TradingView, but other than that, you can work with at least just one. I know in the free version, they give you at least one alert, especially when you have it on your phone. You can do that. But other than that, man, I think it's going to continue to go down because right here, it lost momentum. Like you have a supply zone right here, and it's just struggling to even reach there. It's reminding me of Bitcoin. It might take another leg down, and then out of nowhere, it's going to continue to go up. You know what I mean? So this year could be crazy. It's going to be unpredictable, in my opinion. You're going to see long wicks. I feel like we're going to see long wicks, aggressive long wicks. So get your rest, eat well, take your walks, take your jogs. Yeah, like I said, eat healthy. Don't let the market take you from your routine. If you have family, if you have kids, spend time with them. Don't let the markets dictate your life. You know what I mean? Put your stop losses, because I have a feeling that 2026 is it's going to be very chaotic when it comes to the markets. I think we're going to see long wicks going up and down, up and down. Like I said, these guys are going to try to play volleyball with your heart. So other than that, let's go to BTC. I have not seen BTC for a while because at the moment I do not care about Bitcoin, to be honest, guys. I told you guys I'm barely trading Bitcoin, to be honest, now, but because it's so unpredictable. It's been going down lately, but if you would ask me when to get in, when to go long term, when to invest in crypto, I'd say just wait until August or September and onwards and step on the gas. Don't let go of the gas. What I'm trying to say is that start dollar cost averaging, because around that time, crypto is going to be very cheap. But you might say, but Dave, what if it crashes by March or April and it goes to zero? Well, put your low buy limit orders. All right, guys, you don't have to go all in. You don't have to put all your investments or anything like that, because what if it doesn't happen? So you want to put like a few thousands. If you can't afford that, a few hundreds. If you can't even afford that, a few $10-$20 here and there. It's you're gonna come off way better than a lot of people that did not do anything, that did not prepared. So I guess that's it for now, guys. Other than that, we can check out the real estate. Let's go check out the real estate at this moment. Right now I'm in Austin. Austin real estate has been getting cheaper lately. That's all I can say at this moment. You can see that the price is just ranging from, I can see like million. Look at this 15 million house, then 600K. But to be honest, Austin is probably the most expensive city in Texas for real estate. One of the most expensive cities. Like if you want to live here, you want to live probably in the south side of Austin. It's more, it's a lot more cheaper. You still see $1 million homes still inside of this 360 loop and 71 highway, but you got to go a little bit outside, like say like in the suburb area. That's where you'll see the 300, 200K mark. You still see like a $1 million home popping up what the heck? Come on, $1 million for that? Come on, guys. I mean, this is 2,100. Oh my goodness, that's a ripoff. This is probably the house with the most ripoff, but I gotta look at the lot. How many lots is it? Let's see, 1.1 acres. When was it built? 1960. No, this is a ripoff. Unless there's like a oil beneath this house. But other than that, anyway, guys, what you want to do is you just want to see at these houses. Like a lot of these houses become cheaper when you go outside of the city. But like I said, Austin is one of the most expensive area, or one of the most expensive cities in Texas. You can always go like outside of the city and then look at these prices just dropping a lot. You're already heading to like less than a third of a mil, like beneath 300K, maybe half a mil, but they're all dropping. The more outside you go, the more to the suburbs you go. Some suburbs are expensive, because if I'm going to the east, it gets a lot more cheaper when I go to the east. You see all these, I don't know if you can follow my mouse, but it gets a little bit cheaper. But when you go to the west side of Austin, it gets a lot more expensive. Wait a minute. Nah, it's still about the same price. Well, okay, like average half a mil at most. You got 290K around here. So this is Zillow, by the way. But right here, when you go straight west of the downtown of Austin, this is going to be super expensive. This is where you got the hills, you got the multi-million-dollar homes on top of hills. Let me give you an example. Like let's look at this 1.85 mil. What is this? 3900. It looks beautiful. It looks a little plain in my opinion, but it still looks elegant. It's modern. Look at this. I like this little wood touch up, as you can see there. I would enlarge it, but I'm not enlarging it because I'm not too attracted to this home. It's okay. It's decent. I'll give it a 6. But if you're going to try to buy a home anywhere in Texas or in the United States or anywhere, to be honest, hire an inspector, a professional inspector. Get your house inspected, okay? So this is the west side of Austin, and as you see, you'll see these nice $1 million homes, and you might ask yourself, David, why are you looking at these $1 million homes? Most of us, we can't even afford that. Well, I can. No, I'm kidding. Well, in the future self, I see myself, I can afford this, but you got to look at everything, guys. Okay, so this house was built in 71, 2,700, 4.9 mil. Let's see. Let me see the lot size. Lot size, not even an acre. This is okay. Well, it looks like you got a little bit of patch of land, but it's too small for me. You want to invest where you have a little bit, at least an acre, at least. But everybody's different. If you want to be stuck like next to each other in a suburb, in a typical suburb like a gerbil, you can just get one of these. You know what I mean? Just this look like a foreclosed home, or I don't even know. Let's get another example, because I just don't like that red lettering. It's just disrupting to the eyes. But let's say, okay, well, this one, at least you got a lot more lot. The real estate in Austin is a little bit more expensive, on the more expensive side. Like I said, so a lot of these houses are old. They're renovated, at least some of them. But it all depends on your landlord, how good of a job he did, if he's going to be slacking or not when there's a problem, if you're going to be renting or buying. So when you go more north of Austin, like I said, you won't see $1 million homes around here. This is more like middle-class homes. You got 300, 280K. This is definitely middle class. Let's see. And like I was saying, the downside of these houses, like, it just shows like 8,000 square foot, because you don't even have, you can live in the suburbs, but you'll be like living like a gerbil, or a hamster in shorts. You got a decent backyard, you know what I mean? But it's a tight, it's a 1,700. It's not too bad, to be honest. It's not too bad. The square feet is not too bad on this home. If you want it to be a starter home, it looks like it's renovated, well kept, well furnished. So that's for sure. Let's go out. Let's try another city, guys. So you can see what do I mean. Like, let's go down the street. And when you go to San Antonio, let's see. So when you go to San Antonio, the prices are going to be a lot more cheaper. Real estate here is going to be a lot more cheaper. As you can see, it's just hovering between the 200, even 180K. You're closer to downtown here, and it's barely like a $500,000. The highest I've seen around here is probably 4 million at the moment. But other than that, it's all pretty cheap, guys. Even if you want to go to the more expensive side of San Antonio, closer to the airport, right here in the north side, 400, not even, okay, so you got some that are in the million, but it depends on the neighborhood. But you got a lot of them hovering below $500,000. Now, closer to the airport, it's going to be like $500,000. But you got to keep in mind, if this is a busy airport, actually, this is a military base. I'm sorry. Where is the airport? Okay, I confused it. Okay, the airport is right here. Whoops. This is a military base. But anyway, if you go more north, San Antonio is more known to have a lot of suburbs in the north side, and you have all the locals that I know in my not only opinion, but what I've known is that if you go more south of San Antonio, you got more the locals living more on the south, which means the real estate is going to be extremely cheaper on the south. Yeah, but other than that, let's go to the next city. Let's go to Houston. All right, so we're here in Houston. We're going to let it load. Okay, and let's check out this suburb around here in Katy. Still cheaper than Austin. As you can see, these they're all hovering below $500,000, $300K, $200K. And a lot of these houses, like, it depends what community in Katy, because the closer you are in Houston, like around here, the more rowdy it gets. Houston is, how can I say this? It's a little bit ghetto, to be honest. But their suburbs are promising, in my opinion. So if you go here, you get this $300K house in Katy. You get its worth. It's already 1,700 square feet. Beautiful, beautiful community. Not a fan of this. It looks pretty old school, like in the 80s or 60s. This wood, I would do something about this wood. I'm not a fan of this wood. But other than that, if you go more to the west, as always, you're going to see more newer communities hovering like $500,000. Look at this one. This is beautiful. 4,600. This is $1 million home. But you get your money's worth here in Texas. That's for sure. This is Fulshire, Texas. Let's see. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, you got a fireplace outside. Let's see. Beautiful, beautiful aesthetics. White in the inside, light gray in the inside as well. You got this floating chandelier on top with these, and if you want to sell your house, guys, you always want to do it with blue skies, to be honest. It just makes a really good touch. You got a nice view of the pool right there, a nice chandelier. Let's go look down. Beautiful house. This is a really beautiful house. It looks like a heavenly house, like a house in heaven. Yeah, really beautiful house. A mill. Yeah, I would, to be honest, I'd wait, since the whole market, and especially in Texas, is crashing. The housing market is crashing. I'd wait until they get cheaper. Probably Trump is against that. Probably Trump is listening to me, but I don't care. I'm just gonna wait until everything gets more cheaper. I believe it's gonna get more cheaper. Yeah, the west side of Houston, I'd say like around somewhere in Katy is superb. Let's go a little bit north, like Cypress area. Let's go somewhere here. The homes, it all depends on the community. Look at this one. My goodness, $1 million for that house. My good, that's a good deal right here. 4,300. My goodness, this is beautiful. Wow, this is beautiful. Let me see, when was it built? 2016. They did a good job. Good job. Yep. But I believe this house is gonna get cheaper, guys. These houses are getting cheaper. So it depends on the market. So anywhere in Texas, to be honest, I'm not gonna speak for other states, but I live in Texas, and I sometimes eye the community and the communities around me in all these cities, and I see what's getting cheap, and all of these cities are getting cheaper, guys. The real estate. Some people are against me. Oh, it's not getting cheap. Everything's getting expensive. Bro, I'm just looking my area. I don't know about your area, but my area, it's getting cheaper. You see right here, you see 300K homes just popping up. I'm curious how they look like. This is a decent one. This is 1,900 square feet for 300K. Always consider all the taxes on top of this. the expenses, the insurance, all of that. So before you get a home, always keep in mind all of what can I say this the expenses, HOA, all of that. You have to keep in mind. You have another beautiful house over here. Oh, let me see. Let me bring it up. Another $1 million house. How many square feet? 4,000. Oh yeah, this is very sizable. Built in 2023. This is very new-ish. So let's take a look. Beautiful home. Beautiful home. Okay. This is brick. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. My goodness, they did a good job. Now this what is this? Is this wood? This wood looks a little too light for me. I would just match it with this color. I'm not an interior designer, but maybe I should. Beautiful. They did a good job. Yeah, Houston, good job. Tall ceilings for sure. This is a little too dark, but it still looks elegant in my opinion. I mean, they should have made this darker to match with this, but hey, it's just my taste. This black, to be honest, I'm not fan of black when it comes. Okay, I am fan of black cars, but not black when it comes to. It looks too. I would do this dark brown, to be honest. Something like that. Black, it's all right. It's because you already have a lot of white touches around here. You know what I mean? But it still look elegant. I might just switch the color maybe. These rails look pretty good. Anyway, let's go back. Let's go check what else they have. Let's go to a different city. Let's go check. Let's see, Dallas, Fort Worth. Okay, so like I said, Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Fort Worth, especially Fort Worth is going to be a lot cheaper than what do you call that? Austin. You know what I mean? So as I zoom in, yeah, you see some of these communities, it's just still cheaper than what do you call that? Austin. You see 200, 100. Wow, there's another one, 160K. Let me see how it looks like. It's like a shabby home kind of, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not a fan of this wood, like just coming across. It just gives me like a feel that it's old, it's already ready to rot, it's probably rotting. I'm not a fan of this wood right here, man. I just don't like wood, especially for the outside. I would just shave it off or something, or probably just tumble it down. If I got the money, I would tumble this down and make a new house. But you got to take in consideration the lot. 0.17 square feet lot. Well, that's pretty small. I mean, but the backyard looks pretty sizable. Let's see the backyard. Yeah, the backyard looks pretty sizable. So you can do a slim, long house around here. Yeah, but other than that, let's go see what other options are there out here in Fort Worth. And yeah, guys, do your research around your area. Look, a lot of cheaper homes, like less than $500,000. Now, some of them are escalating close to $500,000. Look at this. This house is $1 million. Somewhere around Houston, you get a bigger bang for your buck. It all depends. I won't say all Fort Worth is like this, but it just depends on the community. Built in 2026. This is a new home. This is a new home. Okay, so let's check at this home right here. Boom. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. These light wood colors, not a fan of it, to be honest. I will make it a little darker. Maybe match it to this. Maybe. It looks decent. Wow. A little too many ornaments for me. Maybe these ornaments gotta go, but I am a fan of plants, so if you put plants, yeah, that'll go with me. So it can filtrate the air inside. This is beautiful, guys. I mean, the tile, like the bottom, I'll probably do it a little bit darker, to be honest, but that's just my taste. Maybe I'll just leave it like as is. But overall, it's beautiful. Look at this. Graham Hart, I think that's the builder. Beautiful house, beautiful home. Okay, so let's go back for just the mill. That was I don't even know how many square. It was 4,500 square feet, new construction. So you got another house right here. You got a decent, sizable houses, especially with lots like this one. This one's $1 million. This is Fort Worth, and I guess you get all this land. This shoot. Depending on the crime area, I'll probably gate it up. So this is 4,100 square feet. When was it built? 2001. But for a 2001 home, it looks well kept. It looks pretty dated, to be honest. Let's go look at it. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Yeah, you need to power wash some of these areas. You gotta clean them up. This is old school right here. Total replacement. All of this color. Yeah, total replacement. I'll probably match it with the door, the color of the door. But other than that, oh, this is nice. I like this. This, what do you call it? The floor. Yeah, and then this mat that they have. Okay, they did a decent job. Good job. Okay, I don't like this. This is a little too old school for me. I'm more modern, guys. That's the thing. This is all right. I just have to see these lights right here. These square lights hanging on the ceiling. Other than that, yeah, these square boxes, I think they gotta go. It looks too old school. The wood right here, it looks dated in my opinion. It's like I'm back in the 90s or so. Wow. See, you see what I mean? Like, the old school is a little too old. I would probably, when it comes to these propellers, this is, the inside is very modern. So that's my feel about it. Decent home, guys. Let's go out here. Let's go back. How everything looks like. This is Fort Worth. Let's go to Dallas. Let's go to Dallas. Okay, now Dallas is going to be a little bit more expensive. All right, guys. As I zoom in, you're going to see the prices pop up. Hold on, let me try to zoom in. Okay, so everything is like over $1 million. Wow, 64 million for this. Everything's like $1 million right here. But I've been around this area, and I'm not gonna lie, beautiful parks. They have beautiful parks, upkept. Everything's I'm gonna tell you about this. Dallas is a polished up Houston. I'm gonna tell you right there. They keep their game up and everything. You know what I mean? Dallas and Houston, they probably both have the same amount of billionaires in each of these cities. The only difference is that Dallas, their infrastructure is a little bit more polished. It's a lot more polished up versus Houston, because Houston is a big city. I think it's a little too, like, how can I say this? Big in land area and also population, but land area there, it stretches like a monster. So I think Houston is gonna take a while for the city to kind of upkeep it, you know, to make these nice looking communities that you have in Dallas. But let's look at this. I'm curious, where is that $60 million home? Well, I lost it. Oh well. Anyway, as I was saying, if you go like more like towards Plano, like in the suburb area, you'll see the prices are gonna start dropping. As you can see, everything's like mostly below $1 million. If not like just a couple million, but that's it, because this is the suburb area. But more closer to the city, it gets more expensive, especially in Dallas. This is comparable to what do you call this, to Austin. But like I said, it all depends what side of the city are you going to, you know what I mean? So this is the north side of the city, but when you go to the south side of Dallas, it's gonna get a lot cheaper. It depends. Look, you see 190K, so this is where you know you're kind of like in the hood, maybe 300K, 60K. 600K. I'm sorry, guys. I'm skipping. When I mean 60K, I mean 600K. I'm sorry about that. When you see this area, you always got to question, is the community safe? So you got to go to niche.com, niche, or however you want to type it in, and you got to investigate the area. You can go to city-data.com to see the zip codes and the crime area, you know, the crime statistics around the zip code you're trying to move into. But all this area is very cheap. You see how cheap it is versus the other area. When you go to the north side, it's all $1 million homes, because you're probably like in the hood, more than likely. But like I said, it depends what part of the city you're in, because if you go more to the suburbs, I mean, you get a nice little balance, to be honest. But like Irving, it's mostly Hispanic area, but it's decent. I don't think it's unsafe there, to be honest. Irving is decent, especially if you go like to Garland or anything like that, or Prairie View. not Prairie View. What is it? Prairie. I forgot the name of that suburb in Dallas. Was it Prairie? Grand Prairie, somewhere around there. But they all get cheaper, guys. Look at this, a 183. You know, let me just pop one of these up. Yeah, they all get cheaper. So this is $500,000 right here. 4,200. Nice deal. Nice little deal. I mean, let's see. Built in 2015. Yeah, so you always have to consider the taxes, how much you're going to spend on all of that. All right, guys. So it was nice doing a little house shopping with you guys. Thank you for joining in. And all these prices, to be honest, all over Texas, they're all getting cheaper. So I'm just waiting before I attack. But other than that, take care, guys. Thank you for trying to make things different, you know, bring you guys something different. I hope you guys like this little real estate tab, you know, and the timestamp. So, all right, guys, take care. God bless everybody. So that's all I have for today. Okay, bye.